Wednesday, February 26th of 2020. Yes, I might make this by... there's a little mini vacay day happening here in less than a week, I guess. I don't really know. Mom was debating going Friday, but then she thought for work it would be better if she went Monday, so I was like, just take off whichever day. It doesn't matter to me. Because I have a couple days off anyway, so we're going to go whenever we go, which I believe is next Monday. So if I can go boom, 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 maybe make 3 videos in a row, holy crap. Oh, and a special one. Somebody requested a video, and I'm going to do a special video for someone who requested something. But anyway, today what we are doing is we are closing in on our last little bits of my not horror movie collection, my comedy movie collection, and we're on the last gasps of the VHSs. So I have 6 today and 6 tomorrow, so they should be smaller snippets. And then I think I'm going to do like a special one to show you all the ones that I have, like my stand-up DVDs that I've bought, and, you know, specials, whatever. But as a tour, I almost feel like I need to show these top 2, like, together, because they're, well, not really. I have Black Sheep here with Chris Farley and David Spade. Now, if I had Tommy Boy, because that's the comedy duo right there. I know I've seen at least part of one of them, but because they came out about the same time, and they, you know, both have that kind of ridiculous kind of humor, I don't really remember. This is the one where Chris Farley is the some politician's brother or something, and of course, you know, he's embarrassed by him and whatever, and blah 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 blah. Meet Mike Donnelly, Chris Farley, this guy right here. He's one lovable, hilarious accident waiting to happen, dedicated to helping his big brother Al, okay, so it's his brother, win the race for Washington state governor. He turns every opportunity for votes into an embarrassing disaster. Of course he does. Campaign aside and super slacker, or campaign aide and super slacker Steve Dodds, David Spade, this guy right here, volunteers to babysit Mike. Big mistake. When Mike discovers that the incumbent governor is a crook, he dives headfirst into a whole new level of well-intended destruction. Chris Farley and David Spade, the stars of Tommy Boy, once again show why they are the comedy team of the 90s. According to Leo Quinones of Kiss FM, directed by Penelope Spheres, Wayne's World, and co-starring Gary Busey, Black Sheep is a crowd pleaser directed with maximum energy, according to Kevin Thomas of the Los Angeles Times, featuring an electrifying performance by super Seattle band Mudhoney. So, this is the one where I don't remember what the premise of the other one is. I think, does his dad run a company or something? I can't remember. But they both came out about the same time, and they both had, you know, kind of the, you know, ridiculous, farcical kind of, you know, I don't know if that's the word that I'm looking for, but, you know, just that crazy kind of humor where crazy things happen and blah, blah, blah. So they're very similar movies, and it stars them, and so it's hard for me to differentiate, and I can't remember which one of them it was that I saw, at least part of one of them. I know I did. So I have Black Sheep, and if this is the one that I saw, I guess I liked it because I bought it, and I own it, and I can watch it anytime. Now, we have here a solo Chris Farley movie, Beverly Hills Ninja. He is the whitest ninja of Beverly Hills. David Spade is not in this one. It's a Chris Farley vehicle. Chris Farley, Robin Shue, Nicolette Sheridan, and Chris Rock star in this comic crash of cultures about a talentless ninja determined to save a mysterious damsel in distress. Farley stars as Haru, an orphaned American who washes to shore in Japan and is mistaken for the great white ninja of legend. Raced among the finest ninjas, Haru grows into a big, strong, slapstick disaster. An embarrassment to his clan, Haru has no hope of ever becoming a full ninja. But when a beautiful blonde pleads for help, Haru is given one dangerously funny chance to prove himself. Hilarious. I laughed my head off. I don't know how Jeff Craig from 60 Second Preview was able to say that without his head, but apparently that's what he thought of this movie. And I do remember it being entertaining, being worth a watch at least, you know, for the comedy. And I mean, you know, kind of, I guess kind of like Adam Sandler is kind of, you know, maybe an acquired taste. I guess maybe Chris Farley, maybe his version of comedy is kind of maybe an acquired taste. And as long as you don't get too much of it at once, I guess maybe, you know, it can be okay. But definitely, I mean, I guess since I hadn't seen Tommy Boy or Black Sheep, I've seen at least part of one of them. I can't remember, but I did definitely enjoy this one, and the storyline was interesting enough to follow, at least, if you know, just to see how it all plays out. As I say, now this one is a repeat. It's not another teen movie, but you can see some of the things on here, and then they have more of them on the back, more of the different characters that they you know. And Captain America, he's in it. And Supergirl's sister is in it. So yeah, it's definitely, as I said before, I'm sure it's somewhere at the top of my of my spoof movie list. So not another teen movie. I feel like I've already said about all I can say about it, I suppose. But yes, definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth rewatching, for sure. So yes, now I have. Well, let me go down to this one because this is another spoof. But unfortunately, I don't remember this one. Maybe it's not a spoof. Maybe this is more like a Naked Gun kind of thing, because National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. I feel the bad news: an entire city cowers in dread as its mean streets are stalked by a pair of hyper-violent, trigger-happy, heavily armed neurotics. The good news: they're cops. Join them for the preposterously whack-a-buddy action comedy horror thriller that spoofs every blockbuster hit from The Lethal Weapon to Silence of the Lambs, Basic Instinct, Wayne's World, and more. Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson are Colt and Luger, two dangerously over-the-edge detectives who uncover a despicable plot to simultaneously rot America's brains and teeth with drug-laced wilderness girl cookies. Aided by a likable slimeball, John Lovitz, a leather-loving beauty, Kathy Ireland, they battle arch bad dudes William Shatner and Tim Curry in a riotous, crime-busting comedy romp featuring surprise cameos from more superstars than you can shake a 375 Magnum at. In the tradition of Hot Shots and The Naked Gun, it's outlandishly offbeat and outrageously out of control as macho crime flicks take it in the shorts and National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon. So it is a spoofy kind of movie. Unfortunately, I don't really remember. So I can't tell you where in the list of spoof movies Loaded Weapon 1 ends up. But, you know, like I said, I feel like most of these movies have at least a few moments in them that are at least somewhat enjoyable. I feel like I saw this. Road Trip. Another Tom Green movie, but there's other people in it too. Stifler's in it. That guy. I can't think of right at the moment. I'm sure he's on the back somewhere. Garth from Supernatural. I feel like this might be the movie. He was in a couple movies where he gets together with the BBW, big black woman, big beautiful something. There's like a term for it, whatever, that I'm not thinking of right now, and just being racist, maybe, I don't know. Deliriously funny, according to Newsweek. But see, that was the comedy, was, you know, he's this super skinny guy back here, and of course he gets with this, you know, big girl. Get ready for No Holds Barred, or is that Bared? hilarity in this uncensored version of the outrageous road trip Entertainment Weekly calls this year's Something About Mary. Now you can see why they didn't dare show in the theaters. When an extra hot video of Josh Breckenmeyer, that's the guy. I should know, he does a lot of stuff for Robot Chicken. That's probably where I know him from most. Getting freaky with the luscious Beth, Amy Smart, is accidentally mailed to his girlfriend. He has 3 days to get to Texas before the tape does. Join crazy MTV comedian Tom Green, 4 guys, 1 snake, and a bevy of nubile babes in a hilarious adventure of insane proportions that the Washington Post howls is pretty fucking funny. I assume that's what all of this gobbledygook is there. We'll just assume that it is. Featuring the year's hottest soundtrack, including Kid Rock, Run DMC, and Buck Cherry, a comedic gem. Excuse me. I feel like I watched this and maybe enjoyed it, but I don't know. Now, our last movie I did see, I did enjoy, and it's another one of those just crazy, it's another National Lampoon senior trip. 7 beers ago, they came, they saw, they passed out. That's what that guy's doing down there. But yeah, this is I need to rewatch this because I know I really enjoyed this. So I need to remind myself of exactly why. National Lampoon gives new meaning to the words political party. Reading and writing take a back seat to humor and hijinks in this fast-paced comedy from the creators of Vacation and National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. There you go. Take a joyride with the wildest, raunchiest bunch of misfits ever to climb on board a school bus. The seniors from Fairmount High School are taking off on a wild road trip to Washington. Along for the ride are whacked-out bus driver Tommy Chong, pathetic principal Matt Fewer, Valerie Mahaffey from Northern Exposure, and the lewdest, crudest class of high school students ever assembled, including Kevin McDonald. One of the main guys in this is one of the people who I feel was like the 90s go-to comedy kind of guy, or, something. I'd seen him in a couple movies, but of course it is raunchy. They did use the word raunchy in there. I do remember it's maybe some kind of gross out kind of, maybe not the, once again, maybe not the humor for everyone. So I guess if you have to be in the mood for a movie, a rude, crude attitude dude movie. But if you are, definitely National Lampoon's senior trip will be up your alley. So, and that's all I have today. Like I said, I only have 6 of those left, and 6 of the other movies, six more VHSs, and then I guess I have 1 more VHS, but it's gonna go in the stand-up special. That'll be the final video. So I'm gonna try to do a video for the next 3 days in a row. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. We'll see. So that I can get it done before next week's little mini vacay day that we're going to take. So that way I can just end it and be done. But also, don't forget, there is a special video coming up. A continuation, a part 4, I believe, of something that I've done before about reading names. And I found something on the internet to help me out with the reading of the perhaps somewhat pornographic film, some ridiculous names for some pornographic films. So anyway, I can link that below for you once I make it. And that one should be very fast and quick and over, because usually, yeah. 1 pump chump, is that how they put it? I don't know. But anyway, that's what I got coming up, and I'll see you for what I see you.